Good morning, guys. Thank you for coming back to Night TV.
It's not that I want you here. Yeah. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes.
I know I've been missing in action, but I promise there's a good explanation for that. I am coming back better than ever. But in the meantime, in between time, I wanted to give you guys this little vlog. I'm about to get up and drive to Hilton Head Island. It's about 2 hours from where I currently am. It is now 8 a.m. So I'm gonna get up and put the finishing touches on my bag, and I'll be back with you guys shortly. Hopefully you don't mind hanging out with me for a couple of days. I hope you guys enjoy this vlog. You really like the other one where I did the Goodwill challenge. So listen, I'm trying not to run too late before my mother, where you at me to death? Sorry, Mom. But she's already started. But I didn't do too much dressing wise, just to ride, because I like to ride comfortable. But I'll show y'all the fit in a second. But am I the only one who always overdoes it when it comes time to pack? Like, tell me I'm not. I'm going overnight and I have so much luggage. Like, don't judge me, judge your great aunt. But I'm just saying, like, what is it with us females in overpacking? But this is the driving fit. Just a Rocco's Modern Life t-shirt, some light wash jeans with holes in it, 80 to 90 babies. If you know, you know. I do have on my ones, my little black ones. Can't see. But yeah, that's the fit. If you watched my 2021 wrap up, I told you that it is not wise to stay somewhere and to do the same thing the next day just because you did it the day before. If something is not serving you, if something is not right for you, it is absolutely okay to make changes in your life. And I was not happy. I'm not going to go into the specifics of that job and my experience, but I will say, when I work, I like to operate in professionalism. And in that area, it left a lot to be desired. You know, I never quite fit in, and that's okay, because God has a tendency to make us uncomfortable when He wants us to move and we won't move. So He made me uncomfortable for a while. I think I lasted less than 4 months. It would have been 4 months on the 26th of this month, but I couldn't do it. And so, you know, they gave me dilemma after dilemma, you know, just cutting my hours, paycheck wasn't sufficient, but I still came, you know. I didn't give anybody any argument about that until the very end, when I started actually sticking up for myself and saying that that's not going to work for me. And they were wondering why I was taking time off from work and everything. I'm not going to come if my paycheck is not sufficient to drive 40 minutes, to stay 2 hours sometimes, 4 hours sometimes. But it was in trying to explain this to people that there was a disconnect, that there was a barrier. And so I sat there on my last day, which was Friday, by the way. It was Friday. It's past Friday. I sat there and I couldn't get comfortable. I was shuffling the papers as usual. And I will remind you, my last job, I stayed there for a decade. And I did a lot. And I know that I have a skill set that is valuable to someone. But I just sat there. I just took it because I felt like, okay, it's money coming in. I don't necessarily feel like looking for anything else. But then I started eating my own words, because here I am telling you guys, don't stay somewhere where you're not valued, where you don't like. And I'm doing that exact thing. And so I sat there that Friday, my legs were shaking. I couldn't get my mind right. You know, normally I can tune everybody out and put my AirPods in, and it's cool. You know, I can make it through. But there had come a time when they told me that I had to go to the burn center thinking about this. I'm driving these 40 minutes to this job, working this little bit of time, and the reason why I couldn't go on the floor in the first place is because my skin graft was having adverse reactions to whatever chemicals they were using in there. And I know they like to say that, well, you weren't exposed to it, the chemicals. No, when people come in, they lay those gloves anywhere. They come in there, don't wash their hands necessarily. They're washing the gloves, yes, but that product, somehow, some way, it started peeling my skin graft. And the doctor who did it is deceased now, so he couldn't really go back over the work and see what the problem is. So I had to start with a whole new team of specialists, and it was a whole ordeal. Had to go to the burn center like twice. That's all the way in Augusta, Georgia. And they told me that day that they wanted me to come to work, go to the burn center, come back to work. And I'm sitting up here thinking, like, who do these people think that I am? Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make anybody make me feel like, this is my only option in life. Like, I have to sit here and I have to accept this. And come lunchtime, I just said, you know what? I said, God, give me a sign that I need to get up out of here. And once she said that, once the supervisor said that, and she dropped that bomb on me, that was it. So at lunchtime, she went to lunch, and they were standing in the doorway. They were talking, and it was just messing with my spirit. Like, I just couldn't get settled. I just couldn't. They were talking over me. They sat there and they spoke Spanish 8 hours of the day, which that's your native language. I understand that. But at the same token, you have an English speaker in the office with you. So at some point in time, it has to occur to somebody that this is not right, especially if I've said something to you about it, because what it feels like is it feels exclusive. And I don't beg anybody to talk to me. I don't beg anybody to like me. That's not my personality. But would I know that you're doing something simply because you can, because you told me that someone else complained about this exact same thing? Then I know that this is you just doing things because you feel like you can. Like, if you want to get under somebody's skin, that's what you're going to do. I didn't have a computer for the majority of the time that I was there. I had just gotten a computer that Friday. And then on Monday, I'm sorry, I didn't quit on Friday. I quit on Monday. I got a computer Friday. But on Monday when I came back, like I said, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't deal with it. And so with all of those things in mind and just everything coming to a head, at lunchtime, I packed my bag. I walked to my car. I wiped my hands and shook the dust from under my feet. And I went in peace, okay? I'm not doing this anymore. I understand that, yeah, we need jobs for livelihood. I understand that, if you're not in a position to just up and leave your job, I get it. But as for me, in my house, I'm not doing that anymore. I will drive DoorDash. I will drive Uber. I will do whatever it is that I have to do to protect my peace, because these places of work, they do not value their employees. I know that I wasn't valued in my last 2 places of work. And again, I know that I have a particular skill set. I know what I can bring to the professional table. And if people don't understand that and they can't value that and they have to get envious of that and get hostile about that, then you can do your own papers. You can do your own little menial tasks. There's no way that I should be sitting there coloring calendars and like, what is that? Just to say that I was there for some time and making money. No, I want to feel fulfilled at the end of the day. I had never done the work like I was doing at that particular job, but I came in with the mindset that I was going to put my best foot forward. So not only was I moved from one area because of a hostile supervisor, because of a less than professional supervisor, I get to another area and I'm being told, well, she can't treat you like that just because she's a supervisor, but you turn around and do the same thing. No. So I just want you guys to know that I'm taking my own advice. I am not letting anybody treat me like that. But the good in it is that I was approached by another job. They asked me to apply, and so I did. And my interview was scheduled for Tuesday. So left Monday, left that job. Tuesday, I interviewed for the job that I'm going to this Monday. And on Wednesday, I was hired. And to be told, we had other people to interview, but we didn't want to interview them. We wanted you, but we had to do it because we already scheduled it. That made me feel valuable in the place of people that I've known for less than an hour. And sometimes things just feel right. They just feel like that is what you are meant to do. It's back in my field. They're willing to pay for my licensing after a month, licensure, however you want to say it, after a month. Like, it's things like that. And it might be a stepping stone type of position, but if I can get my foot in the door, there is unlimited earning potential. That's the kind of thing that I'm going after. People who see you as a professional. And one of the things that I admire about them is during the interview process, they ask me, what is it that they can do to help me professionally? And they said, what is it that you want to come out of this position? And I said to them, I just want to be valued for who I am and what I can do without envy being attached to it, without hostility being attached to it, without people having to feel like intimidated because I am good at a certain thing. We can all help each other. We can all, iron sharpens iron. I mean, that's just not biblical. That is absolute truth. Like, iron sharpens iron. So there might be areas where I'm weak and you're strong, and vice versa. Why do we have to compete? And so, they were seemingly impressed with that answer, but I was absolutely sincere when I said that. Like, every single place that I go, there was some type of just intimidation, just hostility and envy. Like, what is it? But I know now that my feet are made to be planted in places who will be deserving of that, who will nurture what it is that I have and add to it, not take away from it, or try to make me dumb myself down to not make them feel so small. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. But I'm done ranting. I just wanted to let you guys know that. So I start that new position on Monday, send all the good vibes, even the haters, because you know what? If my name is coming across your lips, I'm in your thoughts. So that's fine. I've dealt with haters before. And we know where to put people. We know where to categorize people, and that's what we're doing all 2022. We're not staying in places where we don't feel valued. We're not staying in places where we know that people are using us for their convenience. It's just not being done anymore. But I'm going to hop off that soapbox. I just wanted to share that with her guys. I stopped at Wendy's because I was hungry. I was really looking for a Chick-fil-A, but all along 95, I have not seen even one Chick-fil-A. But this Wendy's has us all parked. I don't know if they're short-staffed or what, but... And then the Coke was nasty. It was disgusting, actually. So I sent them back in there for another drink. Let's pray that they don't take the inconvenience personally, because I'm not going to drink that. It's like seltzer water, like black seltzer water. So, yeah. But I'm almost there. Less than an hour to go. The drive hasn't been that bad, but it's hot. Let me just say, I apologize in advance if you hear any knocking sound or anything, but that's just how this camera sounds inside of that holster. But I am driving through this extremely country area, in which I knew South Carolina was full of areas like this, but I just think that aside from it being like desolate, some of it is really beautiful. So I wanted to show you guys that not for a long time because it gets monotonous. It gets, a little boring. But you don't see a lot of this in Colombia. So I wanted to show y'all my view. Okay, I am finally on the island. We go to Tanger Outlets. Now this is what I'm talking about as far as things to do. Because going through that country was not it. But I'm going to turn the camera so you guys can see. It's not much of an island because I haven't seen a lot of water yet. But my mom and my aunt, they are all at the beach, and they rode their bikes to the beach. So she's going to text me the code to get into the house. So I'll probably end up seeing them a little later whenever they try to come back. But yeah, let me turn this camera. This is nice. This is nice. But yeah, we should be there shortly. Supposed to be going on a dinner cruise tonight. So I will definitely keep y'all updated, keep y'all posted. That's the whole reason I came. Get on the boat. Okay? Love a mother. I came for the boat. I'm just kidding, but I'll keep y'all updated. You don't know that song, yo.
This is truly slave. Look at this.
It looked like it.
And the only thing they did was they paved the roads. This was dirt. This wasn't paved. This was all
In a
dirt.
quarter mile, turn right onto Plantation Drive.
Plantation Drive.
Well, when it's crazy because when I read it and I just felt like a dummy. But when I read and find out that all this recipes.
Wants to get on a cruise.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The dinner cruise.
Is it down there? I think so, y'all. We can keep it lined up.
I ain't got no balls. I was like, I know.
Oh, those people up there are just geez. I don't like this. Look, the people at the top are just watching. They like this. I don't like this little right. Man, so they changed the boat. That boat we on was nice.
Water stinks. Oof. Get on the backbone. The water is funky. I am full as a tick. We just had our main course, our salad appetizer, the dessert, and I am very full. It's cold up here on the deck, but it's also beautiful.
Oh, that's funny.
So, yeah, we got frickin' frack down there. crazy out here, but it's been a beautiful cruise. It lasted for like 2 hours. It's a dinner cruise. I had the chicken breast and the salad and the chocolate mousse, and they had like the mahi, the key lime pie, and the same salad. The dressing tastes a little like mayonnaise to me. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I ate it. I wasn't gonna be picky. And I also had a blue margarita, something of the sort. But that's the captain. He is pretty old, but he is rowing this boat, honey. He's gonna get me back to shore, and that's all I care about. But I'm sorry I haven't been vlogging that much. I ain't been getting that much footage, but I'm getting footage where I can. But right now I'm trying not to freeze because this boat is cold. Okay. I'll be back. I am full as a tick. We just had our main course, our salad appetizer, the dessert, and I am very full. It's cold up here on the deck, but it's also beautiful. So, yeah, we got freaking frack down there. It's crazy out here, but it's been a beautiful cruise. It lasted for like 2 hours. It's a dinner cruise. I had the chicken breast and the salad and the chocolate mousse, and they had like the mahi, the key lime pie, and the same salad. The dressing tastes a little like mayonnaise to me. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I ate it. I wasn't gonna be picky. And I also had a blue margarita, something of the sort. But that's the captain. He is pretty old, but he is rowing this boat, honey. He's gonna get me back to shore, and that's all I care about. But I'm sorry I haven't been vlogging that much. I ain't been getting that much footage, but I'm getting footage where I can. But right now I'm trying not to freeze because this boat is cold. I'll be back. Yo, I'm so tired. I'm getting old. I'm about to put some pajamas on and chill out for the rest of the night. Like I said, we were supposed to go to Savannah, but we didn't go because everybody was tired and full from the dinner cruise. They fed us pretty good, but I'm tired. I'm gonna have to let y'all tomorrow when I go to the outlets and stuff, because right now my body ain't feeling it. But hang out with your parents sometimes. You might be pleasantly surprised. When you're younger, they're kind of irritating, but as you grow older, you learn to appreciate it. So try it. I don't do it as often as I should, but that's something to think about. Hang out with your parents sometimes. And you can finally be one of their little friends. Y'all know the whole thing. Do I like one of your little friends? Well, now they be begging you for your time. So I guess you are one of their little friends. Let's try it. You might like it. I liked it. It was pretty cool. At first I was like, oh my gosh, nobody's gonna be my age. I'm gonna be bored. I should have known my mother's a jokester. My aunt and they was fun. Just try it. Anybody else obsessed with fluffy socks? It can't just be me. They are so comfortable. I have like a million pairs. Found my pajamas. I can't get away from true crime. Look at that. That's the Susan Smith story. And they happened to flash a photo of when she went to prison and when Camille Graham was called Women's Correctional Institution. I wish I would have called it, but that's pretty cool. I mean, I knew they called it Women's Correctional Institution, but I had never seen the sign or anything like that, but they just showed the sign. I'm sorry about the outside noise. My mother, she's very loud. But yeah, That's crazy. David Smith divorced Susan before the trial in 1995. He has been married and has 2 children, a daughter and a son, as he should. Ooh. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. I slept so well, even though I wasn't in my own bed. Me and my aunt, we ended up sharing the upstairs bedroom. I was going to take the pull-out couch downstairs, but I decided against it when I was like dog tired. So I went up there and I slept pretty good. The only thing about sleeping on twin-size beds is that you can't move the way you want to move, because every time you go from side to side, like, you're at the end. But other than that, it was pretty good. We're kind of cleaning up and getting ready to check out. I think the people come at like 9:50 something, they were saying. We have to be out by 10. My mom and them has been down here all week, but I just got here yesterday. But like, if I would have known the vibe and atmosphere like this was like this, I definitely would have tried to make it down here a little earlier. But that's okay, they're supposed to come back at some point this year, so I will be back because I really enjoy myself. I love it around here. It just gives me a lot of like slavery vibes. Like, they try to build up slave grounds. You still see like the weeping willows, like the plantation areas. A lot of places are named after like things that remind you of slavery, like Plantation Road, and like just different things. Like, you have to be here to understand what I'm talking about, but you can tell that this area was largely affected by slavery. But that's okay, because it still feels historic. It still feels like, you know, it just feels nice. It's a nice vacation destination. I've seen a lot of cars from a lot of different areas. I see Florida, New York. I saw a Wisconsin car yesterday. So people do come here to get away. And I can see why. It's really peaceful and serene in Hilton Head Island. And this is my first time being here. I mean, we've driven through it, coming from like Florida and Savannah, but never have I actually stayed on the island. But this is something that I would like to do yearly, or at least like every 2 years, or, you know, it's different from our usual destinations. You know, we've been to Disney World a million times. We always go home to New Jersey, or, you know, we go a lot of places, but this is really nice. Like, this is somewhere that I feel like we can start hitting up and coming to see about it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get ready. I came out to the car really quickly to check on it, because when I turned it off yesterday, somehow the Bluetooth stayed connected. And I remember the other day my sister asked me, like, is your car still on? And I'm like, no, ain't no way. I got my keys. But this car, I find out something new about it like every day. So yeah, that was a thing. The car stayed on for some reason. But and if you can hear it, I am congested. New places tend to do that to my sinuses. I don't know why. Like, my sinuses go haywire. If I stay somewhere and I wake up in a different place than I did the night before, my sinuses are going to be haywire. Like, it's not going to be the same. But I'm not going to dwell on that too long. It's not as cold out here as I thought it was going to be, so that's a good thing. So now I know how to dress, and I feel slightly prepared, because I didn't bring that many like jackets or long sleeves. Or this is really the only coat type thing I have. Oh no, I lied. I have like a longer coat in the back, but I'm not putting that on. That thing comes to my knees. So I'll check back with y'all once we get dressed and we get moving. Yeah. They really got me out here riding bikes, but come on, mother. Huh? Me too. I do too. I feel bullied too. Look at her. Who does that? Like, It's early in the morning. Why is you like, please look at this woman. Like, I can't do this. She got us out here on these bikes. I ain't had no coffee. I haven't had anything. She said she seen an alligator here. I'm not gonna. Heck no. I'll let them go ahead. I wanted y'all to see like the scenery that I was talking about, the weeping willows and like the plantation style houses and everything. Like, it's beautiful out here for real, but you can tell this was real slave yardish back in its heyday. All these alligators and crocodiles and crap out here. But yeah, you see that? Like, it's real plantation style houses. If you were ever a fan of Gullah Gullah Island, like, this is where a lot of the Gullah Geechee people reside. That's real. That's not just a show. The culture is real. And the show was make-believe, but Gullah culture is absolutely real. Binya Pollywog, of course. It's fictional, but Gullah culture is really it's really real. And this is like one of the places where that culture still thrives today. The Low Country. See my bike? Please don't try it now. She said she can ride with no hands. I do not want her to try while I'm out here. So, no. I can barely do this. Ah! Yo. I can ride a bike. I got a bike and skates every year for Christmas. But there's something about riding someone else's bike that just, I don't know. It don't sit right with me. Oh, my legs. Ooh. Okay. We get all the way down here to find out that we lost. I don't know to follow her or here. I've never been so glad to see a place in all my life. I don't know where we left my mother, but I pedaled for my life, you hear me? We back. She's still down there. I think I hear her wheels, but my ear is so busy ringing. I don't know. Oh yeah, there she go. Oh, there she go. Poor thing. Poor thing. I think she's a little salty. But we made it here so bad when I win. Not having on no hat or nothing. Ooh. It was cold out there. And it wasn't like unbearable, but it was like when you started riding the bike, my ears are killing me. Ooh. I can't wait to get in the shower. But my aunt is in there right now, so I'm just gonna prepare myself to get dressed to go home. Cause I got a long drive. She has a longer drive, but you know, it feels like I've been driving forever on the way here. So yeah. It's always the worst part. We are at the Skillet Cafe. don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm finally getting some breakfast. So about yesterday, I know I said I was gonna bring the pressure, but you know how you pack and you forget things, and then the weather is different, and then yeah, it was a whole ordeal. So I ain't bring no pressure. I just brought a little pinch. But this is the fit for the day. Yeah, I'm about to go feed my face, and I'll holler at y'all in a little bit. Oh. Hello? Oh. Okay. The food was really good. I got my belly full. We're about to head to the outlets now. And let's see what kind of damage we can do there, because my mother just bought like every pair of shoes Vans had. And I'm planning on catching up.
Let me tell you guys.
Listen, I am the worst
Let me let y'all know something.
at following people. I mean, I can keep up, don't get me wrong, but like, I'm always multitasking and doing 10 other things, so I get left behind because I just allow another car to get in front of me. But I'm full too, because that food was, oh gosh, it's sticking to my ribs. I've been full the whole time I've been here, and that's the thing about it. Like, we had that food on the boat yesterday, and then we went to Skillet, which I wanted to record in there, but it was like a lot of people close together, and I didn't want to offend anybody, so I didn't. But I got like a Denver, it's called a Denver, and it had potatoes, peppers, tomatoes, eggs, bacon. Well, I didn't have bacon, but I got a piece of my mom's bacon, and that's like sticking to me now. It was all types of, all manner of meat in that Denver. But we are, like I said, headed to the outlets now. It's a lot of roundabouts on this island too. Like, I don't know if they did that to kind of keep the flow of traffic going. I'm sure that's what they did, because I mean, it's a little congested, and like a lot of people all going into one little area, so it was smart in a way, but it's a little inconvenient. Yeah, like I said, I've never been here before, but we take a lot of family vacations, and this will be a nice little getaway for like a family. The kids will really enjoy themselves, because where we were, like, it really wasn't a street. They couldn't really get in the street, and it'd be dangerous. You know, they can play like out in front of the house. There's a pool, which we didn't get in, but the beach is nearby, because they actually rode the bikes to the beach. But I wasn't here yet, and then once I did get here, we kind of relaxed outside for a while, and then it was time to get ready to go on the boat. So I didn't get to partake in those festivities, but the next time we come back, I'm definitely gonna do all of that, because I'm really impressed by this little island. I didn't think it was gonna be like this. I thought it was gonna be like normal South Carolina, but it's really like a vacation destination. So if you are thinking about coming to Hilton Head Island, do. It's really nice. They own the property, like they call them owners, but I think it's like a timeshare situation, so they call them owners. But yeah, they have that. So we weren't like in a hotel or anything. We were actually in a cottage. But like, even still, it's a very nice vacation destination. I would definitely recommend it. The only thing you might not like is the flow of traffic, the alligators. But I mean, it's not like you see them all the time, you know. But they are here, and they do warn you of that. And the street signs are down lower. They're not up like you would see in like normal places, but I mean, some of them are on the little light poles, like for like that. But for the most part, they are on the ground. You need GPS, because you will get twisted up. This is like one big circle, but it's a big circle. So So again, we are headed to the outlets now. Look at the sea. It's beautiful. Like, I've never been to California, but this is how I imagine the streets of California to be. Like the palm trees and just this type of scenery. We're going over this bridge. To me, this bridge is so high up and then it dips down, which is cool, but it takes you by surprise when you first come on the island. They have bike paths everywhere, even here. Like, I just saw the sign for the bike path. So I think you guys will enjoy it. But I'll be back. We're out here arguing over a piece of gum.
I got half of a half.
It's nice out. I thought it was going to be chilly. Auntie, you ain't going to say hi to my vlog?
Yo.
My vlog.
You ain't tell me so.
Hey, who is that?
My vlog.
Oh, hi, vlog.
The Grand Store. The Gold. Listen. If I could find 2 skate highs, because I like to wear Vans with my dressy clothes. Because I don't always feel like putting on shoes. Let's see. I'm in the Post store. This stuff is ridiculous, huh? A keychain is $100. Like, why? Huh?
Yeah?
$100. Absolutely not. If you broke, just say that. I'm broke. Cause no. Well, they got a good sale. It's like 60% off plus an additional 15% off. And but no, that don't excite me. The outlet was kind of a bust. I only ended up getting 2 things, and that's 2 pairs of Vans. And they're pretty much the same, just a different colorway from each other. But I'll show y'all that when I get home. We are officially leaving off the island. My aunt is in her car. She's about to go back to Atlanta. And we're about to head back to home. But yeah, I didn't end up getting much out of that outlet. They didn't have it like that now. I mean, the Nike store was corny. But my mom found a hoodie for $13 and I was upset. But I got 2 pairs of Vans, so I guess not a total bust. I always find it weird when I'm riding through areas where, like, I've covered a story. Like, this is really close to the Murdoch family, where they lived, and if you watch my Sarah Grace Nickel video, I'm sorry. This is where she actually lived. Hilton Head, in between this county where we are, But we're not on the island anymore. This is more the residential area. But I just always find it weird to think about how these are the same streets they travel. These are the same places they were before they committed their crimes. And I used to do that a lot too. I used to imagine like the inmates in everyday life before they were criminals, before they, you know, did something that led them to prison. But yeah, this is Jasperly. We were in Beaufort County. So it's like right outside the Beaufort County line, and I imagine that these are areas that they travel a lot. And like I said, these are the more residential areas. You know, the island is more touristy. But the more I travel through South Carolina, the more I go through uncharted territory, for me anyway. This is a big state. It's not as big as some on the map, but it's really, especially the coastal areas, like the coast of South Carolina is very extensive. That's my nerdy moment. I am finally home. I'm about to help my niece with her project, and we're gonna eat some food, and that's gonna be it for me. I gotta prepare myself. I got a long week ahead. But I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Thank you so much for watching Night TV. We'll be back to the regularly scheduled program as soon as possible. Girl, what is you creeping for? Say hello to the people. Put the socks down, please.
Hola.
Say thank you for watching Night TV.
Thank you for watching my aunt's TV.
Bye.